Welcome back to Sydney Motorsport Park for the Fuso Trucks HQ Holden Challenge here today. And Joel Heinrich won the last race in car number 4, getting set to start from pole position. For the final race of the day, as we jump on board with Dwayne Cambridge, Dave Cameron, who did a very good job in the first race today.
Dwayne Cambridge did a great job. He's been doing a great job all year, and here he is making his way up behind Adam Leach, making his way to the grid.
Cars on their formation lap now, getting plenty of heat into these tyres. Coolish conditions outside still on a Sunday afternoon here in Sydney. But as I said, it'll be Joel Heinrich and the Trick Trailers entry that'll start from pole position. Very, very soon, Kevin Stoopman will join him on the front row in a Trick Trailers 1-2, as they've done most of the weekend. Baxter will start out of 3rd position, Heinrich out of 4th. Then we go back to Osborne. Dwayne Cambridge, who we rode on board with, starts out of position 7. Brandon Wanlam starting out of 8th in this grid here. Over 20 cars lining up for the HQ Holden Challenge. Thanks to Fuso Trucks, and looking forward to this one, the final one of the weekend at Sydney Motorsport Park. Grid's clear. Heinrich and Stoopman, who we rode on board with for our hot lap earlier today, hoping to pick home the race win in race number 4.
Oh, it'll be on here, and here they go. They're away, and I'm not quite sure here. I think Stoopman's got the jump on Heinrich. He has got the jump, and that's Healy Jr. in the green car, 84, going up the inside of Baxter. He's going to make his way down into turn 2. This will be something to see.
This is going to be good for young Heinrich as he races up with Stoopman. Stoopman trying to ease him across to the grass here. Very defensive for the first lap, one would think.
He said, I want that bit of landscape, and Baxter says, and I'll have a bit of that as well. So here we go. That's Healy Jr. right up in beside Baxter there. We've got Shannon Banks has just run a bit wide there. He's back on in amongst Paul Island there from Melbourne's cheapest cars. Right up on the back of Cam Fisher here.
Oh, the car went right off the racetrack and lost at least 8 or 9 positions as they come over the top of the access tunnel. We're 3 wide heading down to turn 4. This is how HQs are known for.
Well, that's Adam Leach, Chris Mole and Tony Camilleri showing you how you can go 3 wide. And here they are going 3 wide, if I'm not wrong, down into 5.
Scotty Cameron getting fairly racy. Let's jump on board with him on the run down to turn 6. The 11 machine inside the top 10 once again, being passed by Bruce Heinrich this time. He's carving his way through the field.
Yeah, up the inside is the multiple champion Bruce Heinrich, and Bruce will have something to prove in this last race.
Saw the 98 of Lilly we were just on board with. Now on with Cameron Fisher. This is about the view you get, isn't it, when you're driving? Oh,
absolutely. And he's, as you can see, he's working the wheel there. He's working those drum brakes, the disc brakes on the front. Everything's getting to work out here in a HQ Holden. And as you can see, Matt, the presentation of these cars these days is right up there. Their A-grade presentation.
Kane Robinson in the 93 car was right off in the dirt coming through the backside of the circuit and managed to pull it up down there for the hairpin. But it's Heinrich who's picked up the race lead now ahead of Stoopman. Baxter in 3rd position. And I'm really interested to see where Bruce Heinrich lines up in this, because he come from a long way back.
Well, that's Brett Osborne that's moved himself into 4th position, and that car now with a new engine in it is really making progress. That's Healy Jr. in the green machine, 84 right behind. Car 2 down the outside there, that's Bruce Heinrich. He's just gone past Chris Buckley. In fact, he did that easy, Matt.
Carving his way. I like this. Bit of vintage stuff from Bruce Heinrich. He'd be pretty pleased to see the lad up the front, though.
Oh, absolutely. No, he's very proud of his son, and Joel's a great guy, and he drives extremely well. And Joel Heinrich won't always be in HQs, that's for sure.
Back on board with Osborne as he comes around. This sweeping right-hander out of turn 2. Turn 3, plucks another gear, and watches what goes on ahead here.
Well, there he's got his eyes set on the back of Johnny Baxter's car in 3rd position, and nothing more would please Brett Osborne to get right in amongst this top 3.
The 2-car boys from the Bush Racing team have been around for a long, long time now. The attacks turn 5. Can let the car sweep out now on the opposite side of this curve. It's a little bit bumpy, but HQs love this stuff.
Oh, they love it. They're a little bit higher than normal race cars, so they can get them thrown around, and here they are down into the back corner, and there's Bruce Heinrich and Scott Cameron leading this pack with Dwayne Cambridge and Chris Buckley right on his tail.
Anyone would think this was the last lap of the race, but it's only early days in the final race of the Fuso Trucks HQ Holden Challenge. Back on board with Cambridge.
Yeah, there's Dwayne trying to get his way down inside Chris Buckley. Scott Cameron there on the outside, holding his line. So Buckley and Cambridge have to go the long way with one lum right in there ready to pounce.
Man, this is busy stuff. There's a yellow flag in the distance for a car. It's gone off.
That's Wayne Healy Jr. in the 84 car. And as the pack goes past him as he tries to get momentum, this is just going to add, because he was running in that front pack, or at the tail of that front pack, Matt.
Oh, and he's come out in a sea of angry HQ Holdens ahead here. This is not the sight he wants to see.
No, it's not. And there's Cambridge. He's working his way around, or looking for a way around Scott Cameron, but at the moment he can't get past.
So Glenn Cameron a moment ago in the 8 machine, back on board with Cambridge, the DTC Transport. All over the back of the car in front here, slipstreaming's at a premium. Oh, he's going to get to you. They're going to split the eye of a needle. The car in front there missed a gear, surely.
Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Cambridge went one side and Cameron went the other, and there's Cambridge. He's kept the momentum. Someone's come off here on the exit of one. Must be one of the front runners.
Just a heap of dust in the air here. Very easy to do at turn one, one of the fastest corners in Australian motorsport, and now the 84 is trying for 3 cars. You can't do it.
Oh, he can't do that. He's just taken Cameron out and almost took half the field out. He came from the outside.
A bit desperate. He got on the brakes there, and it's dirty on the inside. You just aren't going to pull the cars up, and poor Scotty Cameron is now caught up in all of this.
Well, he's back in the pack now. It's game over.
Unfortunate. So now, gather your composure, not get too upset about it. Here's a replay coming up, and watch the 84 just spearing down the inside, trying to pull it up, but it's dirty conditions. You're never going to pull it up on there.
No, straight into the door, and it's all over at that point. Camilleri there just missing the back of Scott Cameron, and one lum almost had to come to a complete stop. Buckley round the outside, so talk about confusion.
Poor Scotty Cameron, the innocent party. See, watch this. He pulls out for a pass. Now watch for the Healy car to come down the inside from nowhere and bang into the back of the 11 machine.
Yeah, not a real pretty sight.
Meantime, back on the main straight, Stootman using the slipstream here on the back of Joel Heinrich. This is the closest he's been all race long, Dave.
Indeed, and there's Johnny Baxter in third. There's a bit of a gap to John Baxter now, but the guy that's ready to pounce again is Brett Osborne. He's getting closer and closer to Baxter. Just can't quite get there, as you can see the gap, but Stootman and Heinrich here having a ball, and it looks like Stootman might challenge down here into 2.
Oh, it's pressure, and Heinrich's giving him heaps of racing room here and goes side by side. Heinrich's on the better line here for the run out of turn 2. Stootman hanging tough on the outside.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful work by Joel Heinrich. He let Kevin Stootman, the old fox, go up the inside, and he said, well, you can go there, but I'm going to get you on turn 3, and he did. And what that's done, it's given Baxter, look at Baxter, he's crept right back into Stootman here. It's on. It's right on here, these 3.
Rubbing his hands together. Car number 1 has now bought into this argument, and now we'll pull up alongside Stootman in the trick trailers number 12. I think Baxter's going to have a lunge here.
Oh, he'll have a go. Johnny knows his way around Eastern Creek Raceway, and he'll be doing everything to get in front of that Stootman car.
It's almost going to be a 4-car battle soon, because look who's getting into this too.
Yeah, I said Brett Osborne was coming, and Brett Osborne is a very professional operator in HQs.
Everywhere you look, there's dust. I saw it in the background there on the exit of turn 3. The car's down at this big passing opportunity at the hairpin, which brings him around the backside of the circuit.
But just have a look. Here we go with Kevin Stootman.
Late on the brakes. Back to second gear. It's a ride up on that curb. It's a momentum track. This is all about getting the ride out of the final turn.
About 6,000 revs here, Matty. 6,000 revs in a HQ Holden. Into top gear and down the chute they go.
It's good to sit behind him for this one. Too far away to make any sort of inroads. There's your leader. So it's Heinrich of the Joel variety leading Stootman as we start the last lap.
And here we go. Look at car 2. Look at car 2, that's Bruce Heinrich, and he is making his way forward.
From 9th position inside the top 5. In this final race of the weekend, the rest of the field coming through and setting themselves up for a last lap screamer.
It'll be on here. There's Scott Cameron with his headlights on, trying to make his way back through the field, but that's to no avail after being taken out there in turn 2.
Is that the angry lights?
Could be the angry lights. Mike George in 20, who's made the trek up from Victoria. Beautiful car.
Up to the hairpin they come at turn 2. Nothing's changed at the front if you're worried about the leaders at the moment. This is further back in the field.
Well, that's Brandon One Lam, Glenn Cameron, and Shannon Banks. Shannon, in fact, comes from Bathurst. knows his way around Eastern Creek just like he knows his way around Bathurst.
Final lap for these cars. Heading across the top of turn number 3 now in the drop to turn 4. Meantime, your leader, Heinrich, about a car length ahead now, Stootman. But this is the battle we want to talk about. Bruce Heinrich from 9th position is ahead of Osborne here, but I don't think Osborne's done yet.
No, he's going to throw everything at Bruce Heinrich. There's no question about that, but Bruce Heinrich is a wily fox. He's been around. He knows how to drive these HQs at 11 tenths. He's one of the best operators in Australia, last year's national champion, and Brett Osborne's going to have to throw everything at it to get past him in these last couple of laps. Last couple of turns.
Fastest lap of the race for him too, 1:59.11. It's a tenth quicker than the car ahead of him. It matters not as they come out of the final turn. The top 5 covered by less than 2 seconds, and Joel Heinrich is going to go back-to-back wins here today in the Fuso Trucks HQ Holden Challenge at Sydney Motorsport Park. After that earlier challenge from Stootman, he'll hold on to 2nd place, and Baxter finishes in 3rd, and Bruce Heinrich 5 positions up to finish in 4th.
That's fantastic from Bruce Heinrich. He did a wonderful job coming through the field, and other than the incident we had down in turn 2, it was a very clean race and great racing.
Dwayne Cambridge coming home for 6th position in this 3-wide battle for the minors. Adam Leach, Brandon Wanlum and Glenn Cameron in this one as they get to the line. Great stuff, good racing. They kept it fairly clean by HQ standards, isn't it? It wasn't the door rubbing that we're used to.
No, we've got rid of the door rubbing. That's not allowed in the category anymore. But as you can see there, the presentation of these cars is really A grade, and we're love running at these big events, and it's great. Thank you.
Expect to see more of this name at the top of the timesheets. Joel Heinrich, the winner. Kevin Stootman got home for 2nd, then John Baxter, Bruce Heinrich in 4th position, then Brett Osborne, Dwayne Cambridge in 6th, Chris Mollet in 7th, and Anthony Camilleri completing the top 8.